let's just sew whatever.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm cutting out the Vestibule mini wallet. I realize in some of my cutting videos you can't see the top of my head, which might be uncomfortable for some people. I literally don't know how to make it so you can see this and my head at the same time. I don't feel like it matters. So let's go ahead and get into cutting the Vestibule mini wallet from Sincerely Jen. I do have a video cutting out the full size one, and this is the mini size. It is so cute. I almost feel like somehow it is more involved than the big one, but here we are. So I am using this, honestly, I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna change my vinyl. Well, it's Christmassy, but it's not. I need to test this, but I'm gonna change it. For this pink. Okay, changed my mind on the materials completely, but here we are. This is a recycled water bottle fabric that I'm testing out. I bought this seamless file off of Etsy, and I'm just making stuff for me to use, but I wanted to test it out. So far, I really love it. It's almost the same thickness as water-resistant canvas and the waterproof canvas light that I carry, but it has like a different density and tooth. It's just a little bit softer, so I'm really excited to use it. The vibe. I'm like, do I want that? I lied, these are my fabrics. Okay. These are their stories. Let's go ahead and get started cutting it. There are measurements given for some of these pieces. I am going to go ahead and use the pattern pieces. So this is for my ID pocket window. This does not need to be absolutely perfect. It just needs to be smaller than what it's going to go inside of. So we can clip this together. Like, it can be 1/8 of an inch bigger is all I'm saying. It won't be the end of the world. That's my lining fabric. These are my lining pieces. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a recycled water bottle material. Like, please. I love it. It's lightweight. The printing quality is pretty darn good. This is just a sample for me, so like I can see a little bit of a shadowing to it, but I don't think that would happen on a bigger piece. So we'll go ahead and lay these down. You can trace these, you can cut these. I should probably fussy cut this so that I can make the most of it. And I really want it to be like Minnie and Mickey with the Christmas tree, like right when you open it. So I'm gonna come over here. This little section. I'm gonna like center the flap accent over top, and then lay this in place where it's gonna go, and then I'll slide that out of the way and set that down. And then we could trace. You could also just rotary cut. This is 100% gonna be like a template must-have for me, especially the bigger size wallet. I just think it's super cute, quick, really fun. All right, so we can cut our front bottom lining out of this little section. And really, you can utilize the heck out of scraps for this wallet. You can use scraps for the lining, like literally everything you have. You don't need anything for it. You also don't need to be super duper precise with your lining. It's going to be covered up by quite a bit of your exterior. And this does not require any interfacing, which is fantastic. I feel like if you're using really thin materials, you could consider an interfacing, but I don't think it's necessary. Okay, and then I'm gonna clip all my pieces together. Okay, and then we need 4 of the main body lining. And if you had the template pieces, you could stack these up on a folded edge and just cut through it all at once. I'm gonna see how I can do with a rotary cutter. There it is. I was like, where'd it go? Okay, well, not great because I already cut through something I shouldn't have. It's okay though. One. Let's see. Two. Three. There is 4. So cute. There is some folding and taping we will need to do with all of those pieces. So if you wanted to do that while you're at your cutting table, save some time, you absolutely can. Take that to work. We have started shipping out fabric samples, little pieces of the fabrics we carry in case you want to try them. If there's anything specific you are looking for when you place an order from our website, mormino.com, like I want to know what the Luxe vinyl feels like, I want to know what this one feels like, you could always leave a note and we will try to accommodate as best as possible. All right, just like I said, this is quote unquote scrap for me. So this is gonna be perfect for this wallet. We have all these little pieces here. You know, I've got this chunk over here, could utilize. And I am using a Luxe vinyl that I carry on my website. So it has this really soft microfiber backing that kind of grips So right now it's really gripping to the paper. Now this is a raw edged pattern. It's not written for cotton or anything like that, so just be really careful when you cut. Go slow, maybe use sharper scissors. I really need to get good scissors over here. Don't really feel like I have good scissors. Okay, so it's calling for a 14mm thin magnetic snap and then number 3 zipper tape. I have all of that, I think. You could very well likely get away with using a 10mm magnetic snap as well. You just want to make sure it's nice and strong and it's going to hold up to that wallet. Okay. Okay, we also have that little top piece. So as you're cutting around that, just make sure you go nice and slow in one singular cut if you can. If not, do your best to kind of circle back to it. And then if you can, decide to yourself, am I cutting on that line? Am I cutting inside that line? And stick to it as best you can. I can cut my little zipper tabs out of there. Oh, it looks like a little cat head. All right, and then you can decide like, hey, I know I'm gonna need some double-sided tape. You could add it right meow if you wanted. And then again, if you're trying to keep it consistent, go ahead and tape your pieces together. I truly don't know where that little, maybe it's in here. I don't know. But it's ours, basically it's that little zipper pocket. It's the front top little strip. As always, I am just a huge fan of Jenny's patterns. They always make me super nostalgic for when I, nostalgic? Yeah. From when I first started sewing bags, and she's one of the first people I looked up to within the bag making community, so it's so fun to see what she is coming up with next and get to be a small part in watching it come to life. So much fun. All right, we've got little zipper tabs. And like truly, this measurement is so small. It is the ultimate scrap buster. Like, don't throw it away. You can use it for this. And also, don't lose them as I threw them down. When I cut out the regular size, I actually threw away the zipper tabs because I was like, I'm done with the filming. Let me clean off my table. And then I was like, wait, where did my zipper tabs go? Gone. All right, so we have 3 more pieces left. This is the back and flap. This is the exterior. There are pieces, pattern pieces included if you're using a directional fabric and you want that flap to be the correct orientation or the back to be the correct orientation. Okay, so I'm rough cutting that away from my fabric. I'll come back to it in a little bit. I feel like I'm gonna regret not using my rotary cutter for this, but I just really want to take it all the way back. I never used, not never, like rarely was I able to use rotary cutter, ruler, etc. Trace and cut everything. Not far back enough, clearly. Old habits die screaming. So I'm laying my ruler right up against that line and I'm just pushing the rotary blade up, but not all the way, so that I don't have any overcut marks. And then I'll take my scissors and just snip into the corner to finish that off. And then while you're at your cutting table, you can go ahead and apply double-sided tape around the edge of this. And that's where your ID window is going to go later. Okay. So again, keep it consistent. There we go. And then we need 2 of our main body pieces. And we need to be more careful with our exterior fabric than we were with our lining of making those curves as good as they can be. All right. So that is my 2 main body exterior, and then this is our back flap. Okay. Well, guys, that's it for cutting the Vestibule mini wallet. Super quick. If you had a cutting machine, you could just load up those pieces, let the machine do the work. You come back to it later in the day and you're ready to sew it. Otherwise, it's fun and relaxing to cut it by hand too, if you're into that sort of thing. I feel like it took me longer to decide what I was actually going to use. So thank you so much for joining me for cutting it. I hope you'll join me to sew it. And if you cut it right now and you're like, but I really want to sew it, Jenny does have a video that's included within her pattern. There's the link for it. I believe Brittany from the Emporium has done a video, and I'm sure there's some other ones out there. So you don't have to wait for me, but you also can if you want. Okay, bye. Oh my God, I would die if I didn't record it. I'd be so scared. Oh, there's the pattern piece. It's so teensy. It's teensy and it's tiny. Is that ½ inch? Dude, that's 3/8. What? What if the whole thing's wrong?